What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and today I believe this is like a pretty classic anomaly, one of the first few that they put out. Give your leftmost minion Divine Shield and your rightmost minion Reborn. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. It does seem reasonable with demons to potentially do some fun stuff there. And so some permanent health could be cool. Permanent health doesn't really scale super well. I'm almost thinking that Quillbores could actually have some utility as well. Just one big Quillbore with a Divine Shield at the front of the party. And then the ability to reborn the main Quillbore, Bristleback, and then some ways to play around Scam and stuff like that. So that kind of seems reasonable to me, and I don't actually think that I mentioned this in yesterday's video, but I've been watching a lot of Dog on YouTube recently. And one thing that, and especially this is true in the highlights on YouTube, something that I'm kind of familiar with as someone that makes content myself is, but he's willing to go for the more risky high roll strategy so that he can potentially get wins and farm fun content. And that's kind of what I'd like to do as well. I don't feel like I'm as good at Battlegrounds as I was maybe at Storybook Brawl, but I still like having fun and doing silly over-the-top things. So I think that that could certainly be a way to play Battlegrounds as well. And I think that part of that can come from being more confident in the game and understanding the game a little bit more. But all this is to kind of say, I think I'm going to start skipping levels 1 and 2 a lot more. And especially like when I can find Econ. One thing that I noticed that Dog does is he even sometimes goes 4 on 4 when he gets a Shell Collector. Now, I really like Prickly Piper and Moonbake Jazzer on this hero specifically, Blackthorn specifically. So that seems like a great reason to just hang out on level 3. Oh, and Moonbake or not Moonbake Jazzer, Prickly Piper with the Reborn could also be a lot of fun. I was thinking Impulsive Trickster on the other hero, or even on this hero, to be totally honest, just because it's a cool demon to resummon. But I think for now, I'm going to level up. And then, so next turn I will have 6 gold. I can make it 7 by selling out of Shell Collector and hit the level up button again. It's not something I'm totally opposed to doing. I look really washed out today, and it might just be because the sun's out and very bright. I don't know, might be something wrong with the camera as well. I'll take a look at that later. For right now, let's focus on the gameplay. So what else gets additional uses from Divine Shields? Well, not really sure. We don't have mechs available in the lobby. The biggest thing that gets more advantage out of the Reborn is, of course, going to be Death Rattles. We win that 50-50 to not take an additional damage there, so that's good. Wait, but why was my opponent level 1? Okay. So this thing already has Reborn, so that's not really what I'm looking for. Time Savers, somewhat interesting. Gunpowder Courier, not really super great. So Very little backlog. I'm actually recording this when I typically upload. Went to bed early last night. Figured I could record some in the morning here. But I have no backlog, and I think there might be a small patch update today. I thought about that because I saw that Gunpowder Courier was looked to potentially be getting a buff. What's good on 4? Are there elementals in this lobby? There's not. So I feel like a lot of the good stuff is on level 3. Hey, that's some of the good stuff. That's some of the good stuff, baby. I'll just grab this. Kind of panic bought there. Maybe wanted the Geomancer, but really just wanted to get the Prickly Piper in with Reborn. That was my main consideration, and once I got that taken care of, didn't really care so much about the rest of it. Even if this does mean we will take a little bit of damage here. We're gonna get some big blood gems, and we are going to blood-bound said blood gems as well. Is that worth 11 damage? I'm not sure. But I'll start picking up some stuff here now. Low Flyer is a pretty good character to give these blood gems to specifically, though I could also go for Time Saver. I might just go for Time Saver regardless. Yeah, I mean, might as well just go for Time Saver regardless. Maybe I'll use it in the future, like next turn. But for this turn, I am going to grab at least one blood gem here. This is probably fine. You know what? I'll hang on to this. No, because I am going to use this ability next turn. I'm going to buy 2 things, use this ability, and then still soak a little bit into Time Saver. Or maybe not. Maybe I will level and then purchase something next turn. Alright, so that's going to depend on how many good things are in the shop. And I'm like kind of curious what I'll do if I find a Tough Tusk. Or just mean like I want to set myself up well for drawing a Tough Tusk. That's one of the better hits. So maybe I do keep this blood gem. Similarly, could also find myself with a Bronze Dragon, Bronze Warden. Amber Guardian could be kind of cool as well. Looks like I am big enough, especially with the fact that Low Flyer is getting a Divine Shield. That's something that I forgot about, but that's a lot of additional power on the board here as well. I will lose this fight just barely, so that part's unfortunate. 50% to tie, but I lose more often than I win.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Definitely want some Moon Bacon in here. And then the question is, do I pick up Dreadbeard as well? I think I do want that, even though it costs me a life each turn. I think that
I like where you're going with this.
it's just important to fill out this board right now. And then I'll grab 2 more blood gems, give +5/+2 each. So could afford to put some blood gems on Impulsive Trickster. And then with that, I will definitely put 1 more on Low Flyer. And could even go for 1 more on the Piper or the Moon Bacon Jazzer. What am I... Oh, you can use this ability twice per turn. Oh. Is that worth 3 gold? Let's maybe not use it this turn, but definitely be aware that we might want to do that in future turns. But I think I do want to soak just a little bit more into Time Saver here. Hopefully that doesn't cost me. And let's throw a little bit more stats on to Moon Bacon here. Trying to build a little bit of econ so that I can take advantage of some fun stuff in the late game. Eventually, I'll potentially consider a taunt for the Prickly Piper. We just have massive blood gems right now, though, so I don't think that this is going super terribly for me. I think that this was a good use where the anomaly and the hero power overlap. That's good. 74% to win against the lobby leader. Does make me feel pretty good. Now, most people are higher level than me now. But I like what we've built into, at least. So now we kind of want to level up and just build the full Quillbore experience. I do want to find Tough Tusks. So I'm kind of happy to be able to pick one up here. This sells for 3 extra. I also kind of like Faceless Disciple just as a pickup here. I think that's fine. Lily might be snoring a little bit. You might hear her. Let's sell out of this and level up and roll. And we missed. We didn't find a 4. So I'll roll once more. Do find a 4 here. Strong Shell Scavenger. Let's see what this gets me. No, don't think I'm going to care about that. I'm going to put in Tough Tusk. Use this at least once here. And then I could use this gold coin to use it again. I can always do that. But I don't think that that necessarily makes it a bad play to do so now. But I think I'm going to hold. The next Quillbores that I want are at level 5. So I do kind of have to level up. I'd love to put a Bongo Bopper in this Divine Shield position. Bristleback Knight, not as good there. Most of my other stuff also not as good. But Bongo Bopper would make for a really huge character really quickly and gives me passive blood gem generation. We're going to get diminishing returns on... Wow, yeah, we beat this. That's pretty great. Oh, we actually tie with it. Fair enough. But we're going to get diminishing returns on Prickly Piper pretty soon. Still 60% to win this fight, though. That makes me feel pretty good. Up against Maeve. How are we doing, though? Is this still shaken out to a 50%er? Wow, that was a really lucky hit. And we tie. Okay, well, fair enough. I'll still take that. Blood Gem's now giving +9/+2. I could certainly do away with this. Some extra Blood Gem generation seems good. Stealing the Blood Gems off of Low Flyer also seems good. So I'm going to grab both of these things this turn.
That's what I would have picked.
And I believe there's also a Blood Gem on Impulsive Trickster. +5/+2 and +5/+2, yeah. Let's just get a big bonker. That's pretty big, and we can give a Divine Shield, so that seems pretty gravy to me. I now have 3 different things that are all looking to get cut. Could take another Faceless. I think I'll just continue to roll here for a moment. Looking for probably another Moonbacon Jazzer. Though Dagger Spine Thrasher is actually always fine with this hero because I can always easily get the Blood Gems. So I do think I'll grab that. Sure. Sell out of this. Pick up this. Tap. And let's go 1 here. And I'll throw another one on Bonker, I think. Seems good.
Have a good battle, friend.
I feel good considering I have the biggest Divine Shield character, so that makes me, 99% against a lobby leader again. So continuing to do pretty well here for myself. I would love if they killed the Prickly Piper, but you know what? We've scaled enough. I don't think it's super important. And hitting the lobby leader for 15 feels good, not gonna lie. So I'll accept that turn of events, and we are not quite in the top 4 just yet. But we're climbing. We're climbing. Selfless Hero, actually a fantastic death rattle. So I think I'm going to want to start picking these up. I'll want to taunt them at some point. But if I can get a tripled Selfless Hero in the Reborn slot, I think that's like the best thing that we can actually hope for. What? The quickest Selfless Hero pickup in the world. That was pretty massive. I'm debating if I want to pick up the triple right here, right now, and then level up next turn. That seems like a good plan to me. So let's grab this. Wait, why did I not get blood gems? Oh, after it attacks, get 1 blood gem. Okay, so only 2 blood gems per turn from this. I can get more blood gems if I want them out of Dagger Spine Thrasher. I used a golden coin. Do I still want Wind Fury? I feel like I'm fine just chilling here. Yeah, this is fine. I will wait for next turn to throw down the Selfless Hero, and then I'll roll for taunts for it as well. We're not quite building the typical Tough Tusk strategy, but we are still quite strong. Don't go here. Ah, I shouldn't have moused over it. 84% to win. Might have just gone down the drain here. It's a little bit spooky. If we go here, that's still quite good for me, though. And can probably allow me to find a win regardless. Looks like a tie. I'll take a tie, though. Blood Gem's now up to plus 11 plus 2. Not too much health, but a bunch of attack. And now we can even get a little bit more health in here, which is fantastic. Let's sell out of this, sell out of this. I'd still love to triple Moonbacon Jazzer, so I am probably going to hold those. How much cash do I have, though? I'll only be able to pick up a few of these things. I guess I don't really need the Prickly Piper. It seems strange, but I think I'm going to eschew Prickly Piper in favor of Charlie. Wow. Okay, that's really good. Tough Tusk is definitely good. So I could sell out of Prickly Piper, play Charlie, Moonbacon Jazzer, and Tough Tusk. However, I'm not going to be able to play both Tough Tusk, Moonbacon Jazzer, and Charlie. At which point, I might as well just sell through the Moonbacon Jazzers and keep the Prickly Piper. Because I'm going to have to break up that pair regardless to play 7 characters on the field.
Next. You tread on sacred ground.
I'm not sure if these things trigger Dagger Spine Thrasher. Let's just play this here for now. And then I'm still looking to sell through Prickly Piper later for a taunt onto the Selfless Hero. Alright, just got an email to promote a game. Take a look. Take a look later. Probably won't do it. Really just play games that I find fun. And the package probably involves like requiring viewers to it's probably commission based, you know, clicks based, etc. Which I'm also not super interested in. I'll play a game and talk about it, make a video about it, but if it requires like selling it, then kind of like compromising my true intentions behind it, if that makes sense. Titus plus Selfless Hero is pretty fantastic, though. Everything does have a Divine Shield already, so it's kind of awkward. But Titus is still really good. Probably cut Daggerspine Thrasher, because it works with the Prickly Piper, too. Even though I did say I'm moving away from that, and I am, it's still pretty good. This might, Bongo Bopper might still be better than that. Alright, this is just like a big roll down this turn. Still gonna roll a little bit more. Now that's an interesting opportunity. Necrolite to get some blood gems off of Bonker and Daggerspine Thrasher and onto Titus. He's just off of Bonker. I don't think I'm really willing to do that just yet, though. So I think I'm just going to tap twice. Want to start throwing some blood gems on Charlie, considering he doesn't pump himself. Also looking to level up, find a second Charlie. Gold Phalanx is crazy good. Captain Sanders, I guess this is Thorum? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Still 94% to win this thing. I'm quite big. I'm quite big, in fact. Didn't even make use of my Selfless Hero on this one. And I don't even have to. Okay. I don't hit them for that much damage. I only hit for 9. Still put them below damage cap and stay lobby leader. I went from 8th to 1st. And now people are starting to drop. Kitty's going to get a little bit of a reward here from that. This also seems kind of silly and fun. But it's not good to put the Divine Shield on. So I think I'm actually over that. Let's just level, tap twice, and figure out where these things are going. Let's put some stats on Charlie, because he's just as likely to get a Divine Shield as anyone else. I still have not learned if I have to do this every turn. But let's do that, and then let's just hang on to one blood gem in case I do have to do that every turn. I think I don't. I think that Charlie gives these things Divine Shields. This turn, let's at least pay attention and look at the animations or something. I feel like I should know all the interactions in Hearthstone Battlegrounds by now. But there's just so much going on in the game that I feel like that's the reason that I don't. And it's like a bigger company. So like with Storybook Brawl, if I didn't know something, which I knew almost everything, but if I didn't know anything, I could just ask one of the devs directly. And Hearthstone Battlegrounds, there's still like a lot of ambiguity. And like, I'll give an example. I don't know what's in the buddy pool for Bring in the Buddies anomaly. So I didn't know who else to ask. I asked the lead developer of Battlegrounds on Twitter, and to his credit, like, he did respond to me, which I was very appreciative of. But the response was that it's the same as the ETC pool. I don't know the ETC pool either. So it wasn't super informative for me, which is just a little bit unfortunate. And also unfortunate for Kitty. They are going to be dying right after they got their big bounty last turn. Not going to save them. Yeah, Selfless Hero probably needs a taunt. Just so that way we can... Because otherwise he dies twice in a row. And the second round of Divine Shields are kind of useless. So, taunt for that. And then... Could still replace the Prickly Piper. Oh, and also the fact that Titus... I'm playing Titus. I'd love another Charlie, though. Oh, this has got to be fantastic, doesn't it? Okay. This jump starts this, but not even by that much. I'm going to give it so much more stats in just a moment. Again, I don't want the temporary taunt. I think I do actually like this, even though I would typically not play it.
And I'll catch you next.
Another Charlie? No, Bristleback. Okay. Well, now I definitely need a Slimy Shielder. I think I sell out of Prickly Piper.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
This allows me to hit this button. And then I think I just go all in here. Sure, I can give this one guaranteed Divine Shield just to make sure it works. Somewhat interested still in the 4-cost thing. Necrolite, and I could just take all of these stats and make a huge Blade Collector. There's definitely something a little bit tricky about Bristleback plus having so many Divine Shields. But Bonker trades in, Blade Collector has a Divine Shield, so it won't trade in as easily, but it will trade into Leroy probably here. Yeah, I mean, definitely, right? Sure. Alright, my Bonker goes down. We still have another Leroy. We get to refresh all of our Divine Shields here. That's good, though Leroy will take out one character through Divine Shields. It's going to be the Selfless Hero. Again, resetting all the Divine Shields, delivering a win and, of course, a kill onto ETC. Charlie also gets to get pretty pumped up from all those Bristleback triggers as well. That's fun. And now we're in the finals against Thorim with the golden thing there. Warp Wing, not bad. Potentially better than this Titus. Though I think I'm going to hang on to the Titus for the moment. This is 2 gold for 2 blood gems. It's a worse rate than some other things. The Myrmidon also seems kind of fun. I'm debating if I want a bumper first. Bonker bumper first. Yeah, part of the reason I'm not looking to buy any of this stuff is because it's all... I don't want to sell through something. But I could see playing Tough Tusk instead of Titus, giving it 1 blood gem, at which point I'd probably just grab this Sunbacon too. Alright, I'm over Titus.
Hey, watch out.
That one might make all the difference.
Next.
More Tituses. Alright, we need 1 blood gem on this, a few blood gems on this, some on this thing as well. And oh, I'll hang on to the last one. Why not? So yeah, just kind of felt like it was a good idea to take out this first. Unfortunately, that means my swiper just goes down. But with that and the 99% to win up here, looks like I've got a first place. So I am now back up to 7K. Quillboars got it done. Think that we made really good use of the Reborn, picking up the best death rattles throughout it, and Quillboars and their blood gems also make pretty good use of Divine Shields. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.